Hi guys, it's Aris. Welcome to my video. This one's for Days Gone, and in this one we're actually going to be going and taking down the Horde. One of the biggest things in the game is fighting zombie hordes. Very dangerous to do unless you're well equipped and you're well prepared to do it. So this one's actually a fun one because fighting one horde I ended up pulling a secondary horde, so it's a double horde takedown. And there's a lot of chaos and carnage throughout, trying to survive and escape it all. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and if you do, like and subscribe. So what we're doing here, guys, is that on the map when you're hunting for the hordes, when the mission options come up to do this, there's actually 3 locations on a map that you'll have to go about and search and see if you can find a horde at those locations. Hordes vary in different sizes. Some of them have maybe got 100 or so zombies. Some of them have got 200 to 300 zombies in the hordes, which can be quite carnage and chaotic because it's all about your location, the space around you, how best to employ tactics to try and take those zombies down. One of the big bits of advice is keep moving, make sure your ammo is always loaded and your guns are ready to go. Have plenty of bandages, have plenty of bombs, plenty of Molotovs. Always be aware of where you're running, where you're going to, making sure if you're running away but you're shooting at the same time and you're running backwards, that you're not going to be running into the likes of things that are going to stop you moving: fences, walls, houses, vehicles, mountains, trees, everything. So yeah, keep an eye out. Okay, so the good thing about hordes is they generally stick together until you disturb them. Now in these missions, after you completed the game and they highlight where they all are, it shows you potential points of where they could be, and you need to go and find them and destroy them. Now if you're going to be doing that, the one thing I would recommend to you is silence. So always crouch to approach if you can, but they always seem to be able to find you no matter what. Towards the end of the game you actually get to make napalm Molotovs, which are actually better for killing them. Does more damage than the normal Molotovs. Scavenge everything, make it, store the parts so you can make them on the go, but you have to be really quiet, really sneaky to get up close enough to these guys, and always move. Keep running, because as soon as you stop you're dead. Also later on in the game as well, you really want one of the big guns. You've got the RPD, and then there's a larger machine gun as well. Tons of bullets, great for taking out hordes, but again, it's going to take a lot of time and effort, and the hordes are all different sizes as well. Some are smaller, some are absolutely massive with hundreds of zombies in it. Saddlebags, get the upgrades. I can carry 4 refills of all my guns on my bike now, and it'll come in absolutely handy. One of the best things as well to ensure if a horde's at a spot is on the PS5 is use your senses for tracking, because as you get close to the building or a cave or wherever it's going to be, if you get close enough and use it, it'll actually show you if there's anybody there. As you get closer you'll see piles and piles and piles of these guys. So what I'm going to do is, now that they've come back in there, sometimes what you'll find is if an animal or a marauder party or something goes by, it triggers them and they'll go and they'll chase after it. Sometimes what will happen is they'll go back to the spawn point, which for this one is inside that building, or they'll move on to the next point, so they'll roam. Sometimes it's then just a case of trying to find an ambush point to find them and take them out. If you want my voice is a wee bit rough, as I've got coronavirus at the moment, so please bear with me. So I'm going to try and sneak up, napalm through the doorway. Hopefully, because it's a confined space, we'll get a bit better, but this is all about running and trying to find choke points. So a choke point for me here is going to be this gate way, but they do actually climb fences as well, so bear that in mind. If you are getting chased by hordes, they will climb over stuff to get in at you. This is where it's going to get a bit hectic because they'll pile out of everywhere. Look, you see. Run! Big gun out. And the meter at the top will tell you. Look, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've not enough scrap to make that gun bigger. Or not the gun, sorry, the baseball bat into a lethal weapon where you're killing them with one hit. But look at that. Look at all of these guys. Sometimes not all of the horde chases after you. So the button that you use for doing your hunt and scan, when you've got a weapon up and you're using it, it's like slow time, which gives you a bit more of a chance to kind of target. So I was feeling a wee bit more confident there in attacking these guys with the baseball bat, because I thought there's only a couple of them, but there's still a handful more. This railway is a good choke point as well, because they can only, if they're coming after me, they can, oh crap, and to be careful because that looks like there's maybe another horde there as well. Shit. Yeah. The thing is, with some of these missions, fall damage is real as well. But sometimes you've just got to take the chance. You can run and bandage up at the same time. I always try and, if I'm using a bandage, to do the same. Try and make one at the same time as well. I had to jump off there because if that is another horde, that, oh shit, it is. Fuck. I didn't think that horde would pull another horde. I was not prepared to fight two hordes. Shit. I don't think anyone's ever prepared to fight two hordes. Fuck. Run. Oh crap. Okay, right. So it looks like it's just the original horde. And we'll go after those guys after this. I actually used to use the RPD, which is the Russian-made large machine gun. I've only just switched to this, so this is actually the first of me fighting a horde using this one. And it actually does a lot more damage than the RPD. So if you do get the opportunity, the MG55, I would definitely recommend switching and using that as soon as you get it. By getting your reputation up to level 3 with the different factions as well, you'll get upgrades. The upgrades are generally weapon magazine capacities, and when you're fighting hordes, that means everything. Run out of ammo, you die. Run out of focus, which is the blue line above your health, you die. So you want to keep that topped up as much as possible. Keep that for running away. Don't use it for running back, because what you'll get is you'll get wee stragglers. Just pick them off. The bullpup I'm using here, the IDF pup, is a reputation or a storyline completion bonus. And if you get it, use it. It's really good. I had the rock pup, the rock chuck for that, which is a built-in silencer, which is fantastic, but this does more damage. carries a bit more ammunition as well, which actually makes it easier for killing them, and I can actually use it to kill hordes as well if the other gun, the MG55 or the RPG, runs out of ammo. Best bit of advice is, if you get the opportunity at any point, always make sure that your guns are fully loaded, and if you get the opportunity, make sure you heal yourself up as well, because you can still get caught in a horde and they will fight and they will smack you about a bit, which will cause no end of damage to you. If you get caught in one of them, it's very difficult to get out, even in game. I've got all the Nero injections, which expands your... Are they coming after me, or are they chasing after somebody else? Oh no, they're coming after me. See what I mean? That one's just climbed over the fence. All you got is, because of the way the game has you when you're shooting, you're off to the side. So you just have to be careful in horde situations that you're... as if to prove my point, that you're aware of all your surroundings, because they can blindside you, and sometimes when they hit you and take you down, that's when you end up getting the crap beat out of you and defeated by a horde, because all it takes is one of them to hit you and then everything else piles on top of you. It's the one thing about the horde, is that it's relentless. It's difficult to come in and go after them. Sometimes what you also find is that you get to that last point where you're dealing with a horde and one of them's buggered off somewhere, so you then have to try and find them. Normally what I've found, well, trying to find and eliminate hordes fully, is just go to the next spawn points, because sometimes they'll just start making their way there, or they'll start coming into the building. So and there we go. I've nearly completed this mission achievement. There's a lot of hordes. Towards the end of the game, they actually pinpoint where they all are, or at least where they were last known, and then you have to run about checking all of the different sites. I've been quite lucky a lot of the times where I've found them first time. I cannot stress enough in this game how much you really need to search and takes all the materials that are kicking about. Seriously, when it comes to hunting hordes or masses of zombies, this makes a difference between actually getting away or actually having a chance of taking them on and taking them down. So I say, it's all about movement, especially when you disrupt a horde. And cars, open them up, take everything out of them that you can, because the scraps are brilliant, because you use them to make pipe bombs, but you use them to fix your bike. In the later on in the game, you also use it to reinforce and rebuild your weapons. Because all your weapons, like your melee weapons, like there's a percentage on it. But if you've got enough bits and pieces, you can actually modify them. If you've completed bits and pieces of the game, the more modifications you can carry to a weapon, the better and stronger it is for fighting and killing. And don't forget to, once you finish killing a horde, go and get all the ears, because the bounties will get you one of two things. They will get you reputation with whatever camp you turn them into, and more importantly, it gives you camp credit, and that camp credit is then used for buying guns, ammunition, grenades, supplies, all that kind of good stuff, and you can't survive without any of that stuff. So that was a reasonably decent sized horde. It's not the biggest one I've came across. And it sounds like somebody's attacking the one over there. So as I say, sometimes what you'll find is you'll come across marauders, and like they're all just piling in on that train bit. So what we'll do here is we will run to the bike, and we will get our ammunition back out. So we've only got 56 bullets left in that.
decent amount in that. Not an awful lot in that. So get to the bike. We'll restock all our guns, and then we'll go on and we'll take out that last and final horde for this mission chain. Now I completed the game. When I completed the game, I did not have any. Sorry, completed the game. Completed the storyline. I didn't have any missions in my inventory, but I kind of stuck about thinking, well, I've started fighting the hordes and they haven't popped, haven't finished doing that. Hopefully, I'll get back in. And I have done it. And just by running down and trying to take out the rest of the hordes that are on the map, what's actually happened is that it's, as I've been playing, it's actually thrown up more stories. So ones that I thought I'm never going to be able to complete because I've finished the game, they've actually popped up. Some of the other ones. So I'll be able to get in and start finishing those off as well. This is going to be a difficult one because I don't like, that's, without being a confined point, it's kind of good for getting at them, but I cannot see exactly where they are or where they're stored, which means I could be getting hit from zombies all over the place. So using nitrous to make the jump, hopefully. Oh, I needed a bigger run. Well, at least I'm not dead. Although my bike's quite smooth. I might be able to. Okay, so I made it across at least. This may very well end up me being a runner. And then coming back to them. The last thing you need is them piling onto you with a bike. I'd have been better off going across. Oh, they're all into that other side. I might actually have a chance. Yeah, look. These guys must have came in and tried to attack them, and that's them all just going back. So they'll sometimes throughout the game they'll set up wee scenarios. So you'll be driving about and you'll see a wee flashy blue question mark. There can be people that are being taken hostage by other people or to be executed if they don't join them or give them their stuff. There can be ambushes being set for you. There can be zombies also, or people you find that are mauled and you track down where they've come from or where the footprints and stuff go, and then you come across a massive zombies. So, and one thing as well, see these, look, see that? These are all explodable. Use them to your advantage, especially when fighting hordes. One of the things I like to do beforehand is try and figure out, well, what's the best way to go if I'm going to lead them out. Make sure you know what's behind you, because if you get yourself backed into the back end of a rock, look at that, they spread out right through that. That makes it a bit more difficult to try and ascertain how you want to try and take these guys down. And sometimes they notice you for no bloody reason at all. Plus distraction devices are really good as well. Don't have any of the bombs left, yeah. So these are quite good. So if I do this and take out the straggler, hopefully. Shit, did not expect that. I was kind of hoping to. Right, run. Oh god, I forgot to heal myself up from that fall off the bike. Okay, right. Oh dear. And what you'll probably find is, look at the map, you can see the red all around me, and that's because they're piling out from everywhere to try and get in at me. Okay, the hope is if there's okay. I'll switch to a smaller gun. Oh, jeez, where'd they come from? Yeah, there's zombies in the wilderness as well, so you do need to just be careful when you are running. That you are aware of what's around you, otherwise where you think you might run and be safe and clear of these guys, you'll end up getting hit by zombies out in the wild, which can sometimes be enough for one of these guys to actually catch up with you, a horde, and then you're really knackered. So you just need to make sure that you keep an eye on everything. Remember, as I said, scraps. You need everything to create stuff. So pipe bombs, molotovs. Look, you can make another one of these. These are always the priority when you've got both of them. And then if you can make any of these afterwards, then do so. If I had any of them sitting, I probably would have used those instead of an attractor bomb. But just go into the map, just highlight this as a horde. Because hopefully what it'll do is it'll give me the bar at the top. Look, actually managed to, well, okay, those bombs and the explosions have actually managed to take out more of those guys than I actually thought, which is good. Which means I can pretty much go in here and just wipe these guys out now, because like, they're quite separated. And there you have it. Horde killer. All hordes eliminated in the story. And when you complete storylines, you get custom paint jobs for your motorbike as well. Only thing left to do now is to reload my guns, collect the bounties, and search the area for any materials. And as I say, that's the best way to go about taking down and killing hordes. So just a quick recap then. Make sure you've got one of the big heavy machine guns. The MG55 is the best. RPD I used for a long time is actually really solid. Keep moving. Make sure you've got a good supply of bombs, whether it's the napalm molotovs, normal molotovs, pipe bombs, even grenades, because grenades and pipe bombs you can kind of throw at your feet while you're running, and it gets to any zombies that are right in behind you. Big machine gun, half decent primary, and that there for anything else that you might have left. Distraction bombs and stuff are really good for getting them in, but make sure you're constantly healing yourself if you're getting hit, because it's the only way you're going to survive. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.